I think a lot of people need to realize that when God is blessing you, when things are being given to you, sometimes we don't realize because we get very used to it. It's like a subtle movement, and you can't even tell because it's so normal to you when things are happening so quickly, so fast. I've been getting blessed very quickly. I've been meeting new people, connecting with a bunch of people. Right now, I have a video coming up on Friday to make. There's so much things going on. I'm moving out soon. And it's like everything is being given at the perfect time and at the right time too. Sometimes people don't realize when they're being blessed. They're still messing with the building blocks that God has already set. They're messing up the structures that were already built for you because they think that something else is missing. And this is the thing that we need to be very careful and avoid. Be very careful in the sense of constantly looking and searching for results, for things to happen. Things will happen to you at the right time, at the right moment. God always says that his timing is perfect, that everything moves perfectly at the right time, at the right moment, when deep down, you are built for it, pretty much. When you are built for it, he'll give it to you. And this is the thing, right? I had this issue, I had this situation just now. All of this blessing, and I'm just messing around with the blueprints. I'm trying to take control of my reality that's already that's already been made, that I've already created. And I think it was because out of fear, out of something that was missing. But this is the part where you need to constantly realize within yourself that you've been already creating. Sometimes you have to be having this gratitude and just being grateful in general for the stuff that God has been giving you since day one. You need to realize that you are still alive for a reason. Maybe it's because there's a purpose that God is trying to give you. You're waking up every single day for a reason. This is the thing. You don't wake up for nothing. You wake up for a purpose in life. Maybe that purpose in your life is whatever you're trying to create in general. But we're always waking up. We're always coming back with a roof over our head. You know, a lot of people are struggling in general. People are starving to death. There's some people that can't walk, that can't see. Things that a normal human being already does. And it seems so normal, so simple. Sorry about that. So normal, so simple that we don't realize the stuff that has been given until it's taken away. And that's the thing. And it's a very sad thing. You know, I had a thing where, you know, they always talk about your parents, and you think that your parents will always live for the rest of your life. So you don't think too much about death. You don't worry about it. But the moment that they pass away, it's a different feeling. Now, I can't really resonate in a sense. I had cousins that had passed away. I had friends that had passed away. And it doesn't feel real. It's something that, I mean, I can't really go in depth and explain, because that type of pain is a little bit different when it's your own people, especially if it's your mom or your dad. But it's the same thing. It's something that you realize afterwards, and then you start to be like, well, I wish I had more time with them. I wish I spent more time with them. I wish I was going places with them. I wish the moments when my mom was telling me something and I was ignoring her, I wish I had those moments to even speak to her. Didn't, these possibilities of when the worst of the worst is happening in your life, you wish you could go back on at that moment, at that time, because you got to understand that these situations, these problems that we go through today, we seem and it looks like problems, but it actually isn't. These problems are something that is being built within you, is the story. And then when you suddenly go and you look back to it, you'll realize it was the best thing of your entire life. And this is the thing. We worry now, we stress about the problems, about the issues, about what's going on, but we don't realize what the hell is even in front of you. You're so focused of the noises around you, but not the main mission, not the main goal that's right there, that's being given to you, the path that you're already walking towards to. And that is something that I needed to understand, because I'm starting to realize now that all of these worries, like me right now, I'm stressing about having this interview, going to make this video with this one guy because he wants to collaborate because he's seen me on Instagram. It's like this, hold up. And right now, the reason I had to cut it off is because my phone was at 1%, but my dad was coming in. But see, it's these moments where it's like, yeah, I'm a little annoyed that he got into my video when I was recording, but I'm grateful that he's here. It's those little moments where it's like, if my dad wasn't here, I'd be begging to have that same interaction again, where he bumps to me, where he annoys me on those moments, because the thing is, we don't realize the blessing that is happening when our internal world is breaking down around us. We start to worry, we start to panic, and those are the moments where you gotta be very, very, very careful. This is the part where you need to go back into this stillness and into acting as the version, into having faith within yourself. Because if you've been going through this journey all the way and you've been having this faith throughout all of the problems that you've gone through, then this is just another little chapter. And this is the part where I was talking about a while ago, where it's like, sometimes you need to write down all your problems in a note. And after writing every problem that you've gone through, look at it and really look at it. And I'm talking about really think about all the situations you've gone through and look at it and say, well, if I was able to go through all of this in my list, how am I not going to be able to go through this situation? And it's like, wow, I've gone through so many problems. How's this going to be a wall that's going to stop me? This is just a little pebble. This is a little trip that is happening to me. This is easy, but we don't realize this because we're very imperfect. We're gonna make mistakes. We're gonna have issues, and this is the part where we need to constantly program ourselves that problems are just solutions. You need to understand a solution does not exist without a problem. And a problem does not exist if there's not a solution to it. There's a solution for everything. And it's a realization now that everything has just been clicking to me. And if you're in this type of situation where you just don't know where's the next path, you don't know what's happening, you're trying to mess around with the blueprints, I am telling you right now, you need to stop. You need to calm down. You need to realize what you've already created. What have you done throughout this path? How is your spiritual journey? Has it been growing or has it been going down? How's your mindset, your goals? Have you been at least taking those steps? And if you are, then why are you tripping? Why are you stressing? Everything is a process. It's not a sprint, it's a marathon. And I know a lot of people be saying this, but it's a thing that we need to constantly be clicking within our minds. Sometimes it takes a while for us to understand. My friend Lucas, he's been telling this to me every single day, letting me know, and it just does not click yet until now. Everything is suddenly just flowing into, I was worried about, okay, well, what's the next video, what do I gotta post? But at the end of the day, it's not me who controls it. I shouldn't be worried or messing around or caring about what do I think, because at the end of the day, you need to put that faith within you and with God, which you are the creator for everything. You create everything in this universe. Why are you stressing? You've been creating all of this and you're going to be stressing now? And this is the part where it's like, I don't want you to beat yourself down if you're actually understanding if this is even resonating with you. And if it isn't yet, but it will eventually. And if it does eventually, don't beat yourself down. Don't be like, oh shit, are you kidding me? After all these weeks, all these signs that have been throwing around me, I now realize that was such a waste of time. But you know what? I'm gonna tell you this. Sometimes you need to go through problems to understand. Those are lessons. Those are lessons. People think that the best way to go through life is by trying to not make the mistakes that other people do. And yes, it does work, but you need to understand that you will still make mistakes regardless. We are an imperfect human being, and the way that we learn is by the mistakes, is by the issues. Everything that we see around here that is created was created by a solution. It was a problem, and they created a solution for it. You need to understand that we are created in the consuming world of bringing these ideas and selling those ideas to the people. So if everybody can solve, there's so much things that has been innovated, has been improving, and it just shows how we are as species. We are problem solvers. We solve problems. And this right here, this situation that we have here right now, is just another problem that we just need to take time to solve. But eventually, we'll realize. Eventually, you'll look back and you'll be like, you know what? These videos, even though it was a little bumpy throughout this, it was the best thing in my life. And it really was for me. And now things are just clicking. I'm understanding things more. And I still haven't touched the surface of everything. I'm still learning, and I'm gonna still keep learning till the day I die. Immortal Minds always used to say this. You can be 1,000 years old. There's still so much to learn from that surface level. And I think that is the part that is the most funnest part, is figuring out, understanding it, going through it, figuring out, and then achieving from it. I think those are the little wins. Like all of this that's clicking, these are little wins that is building you for that character that you've always desired to be. And I think I say this too, is like these problems that we go through is developing us and is creating the character that we've always desired. If you want to be this successful, rich entrepreneur, which I'm building that life right now, you have to go through problems. You have to go through situations. You have to face certain things to be the man that you can be today. For you to withhold that. If God would have given me the blessing right now to be successful, I know deep down it would fall apart immediately. But this is the part that I'm slowly but surely understanding. And that everything that we learn is slowly but surely being given to you. The moment you start creating, the moment you start acting as this character, is the moment where situations and problems are going to come. But remember, we are problem solvers. You will eventually solve this. And this moment right now that you are probably going through, you will solve it too. So don't beat yourself. Don't tell yourself this is the end of the world. It isn't. It's just the beginning. And there's going to be much more. And I'm going to be honest, there's going to be much more worser problems coming into your life. But I'm going to tell you, you will be prepared for those things. The small battles that you have to go through is going to build you for the momentums for these big battles that you have to face eventually. Everything is like a level. And it's only in a matter of time. I hope this can resonate with you and understand that no matter what, always remember that your life is already being created. All you gotta do is sit back and relax.